Okay, what's up everybody? I am home from Montgomery, Alabama. Southeast Strongman Classic is in the books. Want to do a recap of it. First and foremost, great comp. Had an awesome time down there. There were 16 competitors that I competed against in the under 231 class. And the result was first place. Had a good day, performed well on every event. First event was a max deadlift. And the really big jumps. So I hopped in at 495 pounds. So I pulled 495, good rep. The next jump was 535, and then they jumped, I think it was to 585. I pulled 585, good rep. The next jump after 585 was 645. You know, I had the road to 650 series going here on my YouTube, and I went for the 645, no good. So I was only good for 585 on the day. I probably would have pulled 640. I got 645 almost above the kneecap. If I could have got it above the kneecap, I would have hitched it easily. I'll show, check it out here.
Come on, Sam, pull it.
So 585, with the way the jumps were, that was good enough to tie me for third place. I forget how many people. It was a 7 or 8 way tie for third place at 585. So only 2 other guys went 645 and above. Second event, so going off the top of my head here, what we have? We had the overhead medley. We'll say we had the overhead medley anyways. We'll get into it. So circus barbell, log, and then the axle. I blitzed through it in 25 seconds, some change. Going into the comp, I wanted best case scenario 17 seconds. Worst case scenario, I was looking at 22 seconds. Ended up doing it in 25 on the day. It was probably a 20-second run. The judging on it was very strict. I'm not knocking that. He made us hold our lockouts for a good 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds in some instances on the lockouts when we pressed them overhead. So you'd lock out the barbell and you'd be holding it for 1 second, 2 seconds. Then you'd get the down command, and then you could go to the next one, and same thing. So it was a good run. First place on that event. I did it the fastest out of everybody on the overhead. Overhead's usually a banker event for me. I don't know if I've ever been outside top 3 or 4 on an overhead event. So it was good enough for first on that. Was happy with that. Here's how it went down.
Good job, Sam. Come on. You got this. You got it, Sam. Come on. Yeah. Good job.
Third event, max yoke pick. I'll show the yoke picks here.
Position.
So same thing on the yoke picks as the deadlifts, except even bigger. They did big jumps. The yoke pick started at like 565 pounds, and it went 665, 785, 895, 9. You know, they were jumping 100, 110 pounds every yoke pick. I worked up to 11. It was like 1180. It shows it on the video. I got it for a good rep. I attempted 12. It was 1270, 1280, whatever the exact number was. Just shy of 1300. I attempted it, got it off the ground, couldn't stabilize it, so no down command.
It'll be 1385 next.
I was like, when that happened, I'm like, it popped. Like, I'm done. I'm like, maybe like, look at it, make sure it's not bruising it.
The yoke pick was good enough. I believe it was good enough for a tied second place. It was tied second or third on the yoke pick. My initial going into the comp, I was thinking 1100. That was the number that I had in mind to hit. I ended up doing almost 1200 with the way the jumps were, and I hit it. So happy with that event, how it went. Stayed up in the top 3 on that event also. So good event for me. There were 2 guys that did just shy of the 1300, I believe. So I think it was a tie for third. 4th event, sandbag, Husafell sandbag carry medley. 300-pound Husafell. Run it 50 feet, run back, grab a 265 sandbag, and run it back 50 feet. Time to beat was 21.4 seconds. I knew that. My buddy's the one who got it, Caleb Vaughn. If you're watching, good run. So it's my turn to go. I blitz it. I go as fast and as hard as I can. Get it done. 21.7 seconds, 4/10 of a second. Second place on that event. Happy with the result. Did the best I could. Turned out to be second on the event. So very good event for me. Picking up Husafells, you know, picking up sandbags, moving medleys, typically pretty good.
Athletes ready. Lift. Let's go. All right, run, Sam, run. You got it. You got it.
You got it.
There you go. Come on, Sam. Come on, run it, run it. Keep it high, keep it high. Yes.
Where it got a little sketchy for me was the last event. In the pro level on the last event, they say it all comes down to the stones. Well, at this comp, it all come down to farmer's carry, max distance. We had to carry the farmers down 50 feet, drop them, turn around, carry them back 50 feet, drop them. You couldn't drop them inside the 50 feet course. You had a minute to go as far as possible. I'm in the lead going into the last event, so I get to go last. I know exactly what I got to get to win this competition. I've got to get 200 feet. So I get it. You know, I ran the 265 pounds per hand. I knew to get the first 100 feet pretty quick. I run down, I got the 150 feet. I heard the guy tell how much time was left. When he yelled how much time was left, I knew I had time to stand up, take two deep breaths, grab the farmers about the time he said 15 seconds left, run at the last 50 feet, get the 200. I I had no issues with grip. I don't move fast carrying farmers. I can just keep moving steadily. And I got the 200. It was a good run. I knew I was good for 170, 180 feet. I've been doing and training the 275 farmers for 170, 180 feet, so 10 pounds less. I figured I had 200. I never pushed to 200 in training. I was saving that for comp, and it paid off. So first place at this comp, first Strongman Corporation comp that I've done. So I've qualified for Strongman Corp Nationals. We'll see when they release when that is, and what the events are and all that stuff, and where it's going to be at and all that good stuff. And we'll make a decision on it once that's released, if we're going to do Strongman Corp Nationals at under 231. So all in all, happy with the performance. As usual, even though it was a win, performance could have been better. You know, I could have hit the 645 deadlift. That would have been an extra 3.5 points. I could have locked out that 1280 yoke. That would have been an extra point or so. That's probably about it. Where I could have improved. Everything else, the nail was pretty much hit on the head. So appreciate y'all watching. Thanks.